Hey guys, Rebecca here, owner of Holy Rustic DIY Woodcrafts, and we have a free paint class tonight with our rooster. Let me get this pulled up real quick. So lots of colors tonight we'll be using. That's the best part about this rooster is there's so many different colors we can put on it, and you can just make it your own. So you just can't mess this one up. This one is a fun one. So let me know if you're painting roosters tonight. I know some of you got the door hanger, which is huge, like 20 inches big. It's a lot bigger than this little example. Hi Paula, how are you? Do you have your door hanger out tonight? You gonna paint with us or watching? And then some of you hopefully printed the tracer and the supply list and you are painting on your own tonight. With just a canvas and different paints. So I'm going to kind of go back and forth. I didn't cut another rooster. I'm going to kind of walk you through both the canvas side and the wood side. The painting is the same except for the bottom. So if you are doing the canvas and the tracer, go ahead and you can use chalk or you can use the tracing paper. If you're using chalk, just go ahead and put chalk all over the back of the rooster design, and then you can just trace it with your pen and it'll leave that chalk mark on your canvas. If you have tracing paper, of course that's the easiest way to do it. So go ahead, put your tracing paper down. I got too much paint in the way here. Let me try to adjust. Okay. Just go ahead and put your tracing paper down, center your rooster, and then you can just trace them on the canvas. I'm using a pen because I'm going to use a dark background and I want to be able to see my outline. Okay, so just going to go ahead and do that. Just watching Paula. That's probably good because that door hanger is huge, and I'd be way ahead of you painting probably because that's going to take a lot longer than this little rooster here that I'm doing on an 8x10 canvas. I feel like it's been forever since I've been live, but I guess it's because we did the porch leaner early in July. Right? Isn't that the last one we did in here? I think it is. Alright, so just trace your rooster using that tracing paper. I just centered it right on this 8x10 canvas. Now I have an outline that'll make it easy for me to paint the rooster. And then if you're using the door hanger, the only thing that's going to be different is the bottom here. So there's a couple different ways that you can paint the bottom, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But first, let's go ahead and get this canvas background done. So I'm going to use a combination of brown, black, and white. So more brown. I want kind of a wood background. Hey, let me know if you're painting roosters tonight. Anybody? We're just watching. All right, a little bit of white and a little bit of black. All right, there we go. I guess we need to set a date for the BOGO too. We're almost done shipping the BOGO pumpkins, so that'll be our next live, I guess, is the pumpkin door hanger with the leopard print, which is lots of fun. All right, I'm just using a flat brush. I'm going to triple dip, so mostly brown, little bit of black, little bit of white. Okay, so I have 3 colors here on my brush, and I'm just going to go up and down because I'm not blending. I'm just making sure all of those colors are on there. If you want more black, just pick up a little more black than brown. If you want more brown, vice versa. Okay, I'm just taking it right to the edge of the rooster. It's been some nasty weather the last few days, huh? Has everybody had rain or just us? The best days to paint is when it's storming outside. you could do your background any color you want. So you could do something lighter if you wanted. I'm just kind of sticking with the farmhouse theme and doing kind of a wood look in the background, but you can do whatever you want. As always, get creative. Does anybody else have chickens? We have lots of chickens. And we also started hatching chickens. So we incubate the eggs and started hatching, and they're so cute when they hatch. So I'm trying to do just vertical strokes up and down, but I am going to get in between these feathers here on the back. So I'm turning my brush sideways. Oh, can y'all even see that? Let me move this wood out of the way. All right, there we go. So I'm just taking my brush sideways in between these feathers here, but still the same triple dip combination. See, that got really dark, so I'm just going to pick up some more brown and go over it again. That's kind of weird. It's not going to be the same all the way across, and that's okay. You want some parts that are darker and some that are lighter. And don't forget to get your sides. Oh, it's been a busy week. About the tiered tray club, anybody join that? We are working on getting those boxes out, so they should be out by the end of the week, hopefully. Fingers crossed, as long as everything goes the way we want it to go. You know how that is. Maybe, maybe not. Probably would have been easier to do this background first and then trace on, but for the sake of dry time, I just went ahead and did this tracing first. All right. I'm just doing some touch-ups here. I don't want brush strokes, so. All right, I think I'm done with the background. So let's talk about your wood door hanger while that's drying. So if you're in the Creative Outlet box, you've done this before with the Amazing Grace book stack. But I did a color fill first, so I just painted black first and let it kind of seep into the engravings that are on that piece of wood, and then I wiped the black off and went back over it with a white. So I just got kind of a mixed color there, and I'll just do it again. I don't know if it'll turn out the same since I already have paint in the cracks, but we'll just try it and see what happens. So I'm just going to dip in my black paint, and you just go over the whole thing and make sure that it's in those cracks really good where it's been engraved. Okay. And we don't necessarily want it to dry. We just want it to fill the spaces and then serve its purpose and move on. Okay, so if you have baby wipes or paper towel, always keep baby wipes close by. They're very convenient when you're painting. I just take it and just kind of wipe it off, and that leaves the paint in those engravings that are on the wood. So that's a color fill. That's what we want to do. And then you can go back over it with white paint. I usually get more on my fingers than I do on the baby wipe. It's okay. I'm a messy painter. And that's okay. Let me grab a paper towel. Alright, so I'm just going to go right back over that with white now. So I'll just take a big brush, dip in white. That's not what I meant to do. Just ruin my rooster. Alright, and you just brush that over. So this probably isn't going to work quite the same because I already had this space filled. Yeah, so now it's kind of turning mostly white, but you get the idea. And you can paint it all one color if you want to. You could just do a gray. I wouldn't really suggest trying to trace all the little parts of the chicken wire, but you could if you wanted to. It would take a long time on that big door hanger though. Alright, let me try to get this off. Okay, so that's how I did it originally. When you have the bare wood, that's going to work a lot better. I do lots of different techniques with baby wipes when it comes to painting, so they are amazing to have around. Okay, so what we're going to do with our rooster now is just go ahead and start adding lots of color. So I'm going to get some yellow, orange, reds to start with. I'm going to use two different color reds. I'm going to use a little bit of like a Christmas red and a little bit of barn red to give some variation in the comb and the face. We're going to use some navy. We'll use purple. I might use a little bit of like a teal or a turquoise. Well, this is a blue. I'll just use that too. So two different color blues, a couple different color greens. Basically just loaded up all colors of the rainbow. That's what we're going to use to make this one colorful rooster. Okay. I don't think I forgot any. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with just a small flat brush. You could use an angled brush if you wanted. I'm going to dip in some orange and some yellow, and I'm just going to start right here on the rooster. Okay, so just get, if you want more yellow, pick up more yellow paint. If you want more orange, pick up more orange paint. You're just kind of brushing that on there. We'll go back over with some red. I'm not really even going to rinse my brush, so I'm just going to go straight into this Christmas red and start on the face here. So we'll just brush that right in here. Make sure you distinguish here between the comb and the face. I've lost some of my outline, so I'm just going to guess here. Okay, so I'm just kind of lightly brushing that into the yellow right there at the edge to give that some kind of a feathery look. I'm going to take my barn red and I'm going to do the comb here. So this is going to be a darker color than what I just painted the head. Okay. So I'm trying to remember how it looks since I don't have my lines. This is where Sharpies come in great too. So you can use a Sharpie to, once you transfer the image onto your canvas, you can take a Sharpie and outline it if you want. So especially if you're using a dark color, that'll help it to stand out. So I'm doing this top part, this top part is the barn red, and then I'm also going to bring this down and do a little bit of the barn red right here. Okay, so I went two different color reds, and I'll probably have to go back over that red because we all know red is hard to cover just on a blank canvas. Okay, so we'll go back to that. We're gonna continue with our reds. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna pick up some of the Christmas and some of the barn, and I'm going to start painting right through here. So I have 2 colors on my brush. And notice I'm just making some quick strokes and then lifting my brush so I have these kind of feathery edges here. Okay. Just kind of bring that around in like a rounded motion, okay, because we're going to be wrapping this all together right here. Okay, so I probably will rinse my brush now and switch over to my blues. Yeah, I think I painted this after we had a little bitty egg, like tiny, half the size of our normal eggs, and we hatched it out, and it was the cutest little chick. It was like half the size of our regular chicks, so we named it Nugget. So cute. Alright, so I'm just doing the same thing with the blue through here now. And you can pick up a little of the lighter blue if you wanted and kind of brush both colors in there. Again, I'm not blending, I want to see both colors, so I'm just kind of lightly touching my brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of purple right through here. So start brushing some purple on. Anytime you can use a whole bunch of colors, just lots of fun. Okay, brush a little bit of purple into the blue. And then take a little bit of blue in over the purple, so it kind of put some light strokes through there. There's a glare, I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm doing here. All right, I'm gonna bring this blue down. On the door hanger you don't have the feet, but on the canvas you do. So we want to bring that all the way down. We'll go back and work on the feet when we're done. Okay. So again, you're doing the chicken on the wood the same way. Okay, now we're going to do a little blue over here. So just a little bit of the blue into the tail feathers here. It's up to you how many, how big you want your different colored sections. All right, I'm gonna go with some green, so I'll do some darker green. I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush now that I'm getting into the thinner areas. I'm just gonna use a rounded brush and do the same thing that I was doing. Tell you what, I like painting this and I love all the colors, but I'll mess around with roosters. I don't go near those things. We've had some mean roosters over the years. Oh my goodness. My husband mostly takes care of all the farm animals, and he was out of town or something. There's some reason he couldn't do it for a few days, and I had to take care of this rooster. Oh my goodness, every time I opened that barn he was in, he would like come at me with his claws out, ready to flog me. He was so mean. I was just trying to feed him, but I couldn't get near any of those chickens. He wouldn't let us get the eggs from the hens. Ugh. I'm just using the lighter green now. and doing the edges. Just give it some variation. Yeah, ever since that rooster, I don't mess around with them anymore. I'll play with the babies and the hens don't bother me, but don't ask me to get near a rooster, that's for sure. Anybody else have some fun rooster stories? Okay, so I have lots of green through here and I kind of lost my blue, so I'm going to bring some blue back into that a little bit. So I'm just picking up both colors. You could do purple here if you wanted. So I think we're dry back up at the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and repaint that. So rinse my brush and go back to the reds and the oranges, and look where I've put my wrist. My left hand gets in the way no matter what painting I'm working on. It's always in the way. All right, so we'll go back in here. I'm going to do right now I'm just going to go ahead and put some more color on here to get that canvas covered up some more. And then I'm going to brush in some different colors. So I'm just going back with the same that I've already done. A little orange, a little yellow. And you see down here I'm kind of picking up some of that blue, and that's okay because I'm going to be brushing some of that up here anyway. So that's fine. Okay, we're going to do the bright red for the head. See, much better coverage the second time around here. So just bring that over into the orange, give it that feathery look here. All right, a little bit of the barn red now. Go ahead and give that another coat. And this is actually an angled brush. I think I said flat brush, but it's an angled brush. But you could use a small flat brush too. It's personal preference here. All right, don't forget the little gobbler here. I don't know. Oops, I picked up the wrong red. I wanted barn red. Let me wipe that off. So we want there to be a contrast here. So I'm gonna fix that with the barn red. And we need to give him a beak. So I'm going to get a small brush for that. And we'll just do a little orange. Okay, what are we missing here? So let's do some more up here. So the bright red and the orange. I'm going to come back up here. So I'm brushing a little bit of orange in there now. I think we used the barn red and the bright red before. I want just a little bit of orange in there now. So pick some of that up and just brush some color on top of that red. I'm going to switch over to my blues and purples one more time. So this is the light and the dark. Back to the purple. little bit of the navy. Some more blues up here. You can brush some purple in up here if you want. You can just stick with blues. Alright, I'm going to bring some of my blue up a little bit. So I'm going to kind of dry brush some of this on here just to kind of blend it in. That was way more than I was going to do, so I'll probably go back over it. Trying to remember. All right, a little bit of orange back through there. So if you get too much, just take your original color and even that back out. It's just paint. Anything can be fixed. I think I did a little yellow. I have not done yellow yet, so let's brush some yellow up through here. I'm just lightly touching the corner of my angled brush into the yellow. And again, how much color you use is totally up to you, so you can do as little or as much as you want. Oh, we gotta do feet, don't we? I lost my feet, so I'm gonna need a small brush, so I'll just go ahead, dip in orange or yellow. How about both? Making sure y'all can see this here. So it's just kind of 3 little sections on the legs. Okay. Over here. I think we're about done, right? Oh, white. Let's brush some white on. Again, if you're doing that 20-inch door hanger, it's a big one, so you get to have lots of fun with color. I don't think I went over this green yet. I don't know why I'm thinking of the porch leaner. I guess because it's time for holiday porch leaners, like you know, fall, Christmas. Just so you know, you can use that Essential Stencil coupon anytime you want. So that's good on all of your orders. That Holy Rustic 10, that was not just for the 4th of July door hanger, or sorry, porch leaner. That's forever. Okay, so you can use that on all of your stencils from essentialstencil.com. So if you want to, if you did the 4th of July porch leaner, you can flip it over and do something fall on the back. You know, I'll do all of my porch signs reversible. So make sure to use that code. I am an affiliate and I guess I get a little bit of a kickback, but it's not much, so. It does save you money though. All right, let's do a little white. Just kind of, where's my liner brush? What do you think about this rainbow rooster? Fun, right? All right, I'm just gonna kind of dry brush some white through here. So everything's not dry, so we're getting, you know, lots of different color mixtures, which is what I want. So I need to do the eye. So for the eye, we're just going to do a quick little black dot in the middle. So liner brush, just a little dot of black. And then we're going to do kind of parentheses around the black dot. So in white, we'll do where my little liner brush is. You want a really tiny brush for this. Here we go. I'll use this one. So just dip in your white, and you're going to do kind of a parentheses on the top, and then another one on the bottom, and then you can kind of do like a little dot in the center, like tiny little bit. Okay. All right, I think we are done with the rooster. Hey Tamara, how are you? You gonna paint the rooster? All right, we're done. Lots of color, happy little rooster, okay? The only thing, I'm probably going to go back and fix this background a little bit, make sure to paint the sides. Thank you, Tamara. It's a lot of fun to paint, just so much color. So lots of different ways you could do it. And the more I stare at it, the more I'll probably keep wanting to paint. So I'm going to bring this around right here. Bring that blue down just a little bit. All right, so this rooster is much nicer than the ones in our yard. Thanks, Paula. I can't wait to see your door hanger when you get it done. So if you do paint the rooster, make sure to post it in the Craft Kit group, because I love seeing your finished work. I can't remember, is this part of the July challenge? I don't remember what's on our July challenge. Maybe the rooster. Probably the rooster. How about this? If you paint the rooster and post it, I'll give you an entry anyways, even if it's not on the July challenge. All right, well, you know what? It's a crazy busy week. I think I am going to go rest, and we'll be sending out the rest of the BOGO orders and the Tier Tray Club this week. Yay, I'm so excited about that. So if you join, hold tight, it's coming. Thanks for painting tonight or watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.